Oh.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you like that? A bit of vibrato there, Ray.
Whoa! We got the vet raid going on.
What?
Thank you, vet.
Vet?
Thank you, vet.
Vet?
Vet is raiding
The
us.
naked mountain man with the dog with the head made of a block of
Now,
wood has
you know
raided
what?
us.
Vet, I
Oh,
love
mate.
you. You know what would make your walks? You dye your beard purple, just like you do when you're playing Disney,
Yeah.
and do it live and walk your dog. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Is that what was that what you were dreaming about last night?
No, that was not what I was dreaming
Was that-
about.
was
That's
that
what
what
that's
kept
what
you
Sid-
awake?
That's what William
Hey,
brought
don't
up
bring
that
me
idea
into
and
this,
told me.
man.
He actually told me. He said-
William,
he said,
you need to
instead of
keep your
doing it in-
fantasies to yourself. You
instead
know
of
Ray
doing
will
it in
share
the
them.
Vet, I love you. Instead of doing it
I
in
think
the
he's
game,
talking in code.
do
the
it
whole time.
live. Do it live. Dye your
Vet, thank you
beard
so much, my
purple.
friend. Lovely to see you and your friends. Thank you for that. It's absolutely awesome. Look at, we've got so many lovely folk in the chat today. We've got, of course, our good friend, our very good friend, Aaron, Vet Gaming, Aaron a Shoestring. That's the fella. Very nice chap. And, the impresario of Disney and mountain walks. I don't know if you saw, he's been doing these kind of, they're a bit like the Waltons. It goes up into the mountains. Do you remember in the Waltons they had a dog?
You know what?
Good night,
I'm
John
from
boy.
I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Virginia, and so I feel at home when I watch him walking
Yeah.
his dog, and
Yeah.
that's I'm like, you know what? I need to go visit my mama. I need to go fly out and
mate.
go see my mama. Yep.
Oh, did your mama still live in North Carolina? Does she?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She get down to the old Cracker Barrel from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I like a crack. I've often had a barrel full of cracker. It's very nice.
I was going to say, where I come from, there's plenty of crack, no barrel.
No barrel.
No barrel.
Excuse me.
No,
Oh
I've
my God.
I've had Cracker Barrel. I had dumplings and biscuits, gravy,
That's a
mash.
store. That's a store that's out here. It's a furniture store.
What, Cracker Barrel?
Yes.
Yeah, but there's a restauant on the side.
Yes. There is.
That's where,
Yes,
and
there
that's where I had my gravy and biscuits and mash and dumplings. 'Twas tasty, I tell you. Yeah. Fellas,
Yes.
how the heck have you been?
Man, saw D&D. And,
Oh yeah, we're going to cover that.
yeah, we'll
We'll
talk
cover
about
that.
it.
Yeah. We'll get on to that.
Watched WrestleMania. It was an awesome WrestleMania weekend. I watched that. What else? And just, of course, gaming.
Yeah.
Lots of gaming. Playing
Lots
games.
of gaming.
Especially
What's the
playing
wrong with that?
gaming with SPG.
Yeah.
Dealing
Yeah.
with
Well,
hackers.
what have you guys been playing?
Red Dead Redemption 2 on
Ah,
the PC, and
of
there's
course.
a lot of hackers on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Lot
played
of
some
action.
Battlefield, too. Yeah. Some
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Oh, Battlefield. On which platform?
I think Ray was playing on GFN, but I was playing locally on my PC.
Yeah.
Through Game Pass. PC Game Pass.
I've been Resident Eviling it. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 3 on Amazon Luna. It's my new best friend. I'm loving the Luna. I've got no issues with the Luna.
It works good for you. Since day one, never had an issue.
No.
Never had an issue. Worked good.
Solid tech, man. Very
Well,
solid
it's the
tech.
stream, it's the broadcasting part that I love. You know, the fact that I can stream sat on my beautiful leather chaise lounge,
Well,
you know,
that's
with
what
my
the
dressing
with the
gown
original
and pipe.
like the promise of cloud gaming was you don't need hardware.
Yep.
And Stadia and Luna was able to level the playing field for streamers with no hardware.
Speaking of Stadia, I got a $70 check yesterday from Stadia.
Man.
It's still, guys, check your
gift that keeps on
mailboxes. Check your
How? How are they still paying you money?
I have
What have you been doing on the side for them, Ray?
Hold on.
Have you been tooting?
I can't. It's right.
It's
here.
literally a physical check. It's literally a piece of paper.
I have a check.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ray was one of the unlucky few that Google sent a bunch of money to banks with accounts that were closed. So Ray might be getting some checks for a little while.
Wow.
I'm done. I'm cool. I'm done. I bought a brand new PC.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Hey, just keep it coming. I won't. Hey.
Yeah.
Keep it coming.
What are you going to buy with the 70 though, Ray? Have you got anything earmarked?
Well, you know what? My
treat
best,
William to some candy.
My best friend, Raider Guy 87 Kevin, turns 54.
Does he?
On April April
old.
7th. Yeah.
That is
It
old.
doesn't look a day over 48.
I used to hate, those guys used to those guys, when they were 21, they had to sneak me through the back to get in the club. In some of the clubs I couldn't get into because they were 21 and they could get in. I'm like,
And you were, 4 years younger? So you were like 18, 17, 18. Wow.
Yeah.
So you were 12, Ray.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on. And I actually, I was skinny then, so I could get away with it and sneak through cracks and stuff. But I would get stuck now. I get help.
Mate, no, you don't want to be doing it. Not at our age.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sneaking into clubs down cracks and things. It's not good. It's not good. Not a good look at our age.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get Kevin something for his birthday.
Yeah, well, are you going to let us know, or is it likely you might watch the show and you want to kind of keep it a surprise?
I honestly don't know. But I know he loves gaming. I know he got a Steam Deck. He got rid of his Xbox Series X and got a Steam Deck. And I'm like, what is up with you?
Did he?
And Rokk, you guys.
No, I got rid of mine.
You get this stuff for deep. Look,
I know, and then I get rid of it.
What you do
I get my fix and it's gone.
You sell it to your loved ones at a 50% discount.
No, I don't. I'd sell it back to the same company I bought it from for 100% of the money.
Discount. 50% print ship discount, half.
But that's money laundering, dude. I mean, you're gonna end up in a Filipino jail doing that kind of stuff. And there ain't no blow football in there, let me tell you that right now.
No. Plenty of games, though. Plenty of games and activities.
You don't want to be found with a straw in a Filipino jail. It happened to a friend of mine, bless him. Right. So I've been doing Amazon Luna, and you've been doing Battlefield, and Ray, I know, was doing Marvel's Sinister Sons earlier.
I screened that last week. And that was fun. Been playing a lot. I love my wrestling, and I've been doing the WWE 2K23 and Marvel Snap. I love Marvel Snap.
Still haven't played it.
I beat the chapters. I actually buy I'm an idiot. I do buy the stuff, and I go through the chapters.
Ray and I started a playthrough of Sons of the Forest.
Yeah.
And I
saw you doing that. Why did you stop it?
That's
then?
incredible. Oh, well, we should have got back to it yesterday. I wasn't up to it, so we didn't get into that game again. But
okay.
I don't know if you've chopped a tree down in that game. It sounds so dumb or so simple, but you get such pleasure from hacking a tree down in that game. And literally every stroke feels like you're really taking a tree down.
William, let's be honest. When we get to our age, all right, we're so easily entertained. All we have to do is plant some cucumbers or chop a tree down, maybe clean a window. We don't need anything else, do we? We just want, what we want is an old man simulator. That's what we want, right?
So you see what I did out there on the land? There was a tree right there.
What was the game on Nintendo Switch where you were planting turnips and stuff?
Playing I don't know.
Planting tulips.
No, turnips. It was
turnips. Oh,
Crystal, thank you so much for joining Team Rock. Bless you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Crystal's
I
awesome.
I pulled it up and it disappeared, so I pulled it back again. Thank you so much. That's absolutely awesome. Wonderful. Thank Thank you.
Yeah. No,
What turnips? You play a turnip? Where's Ray gone? Come back! He was talking turnips, and then he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. It's the Nintendo game where it was a simulation, and you had your little clothes, your little place. My daughter visited
Animal Crossing.
Yes,
That's
thank
what I said.
you.
I didn't really-
Yeah, but I thought of what's that got to do with turnips? You can plant stuff.
You plant turnips.
Yeah, I know, but you're not old, are you? You're not like an old. I'm talking about right. So my idea of an old man sim, right, would be you'd get to 6 o'clock in the evening in the game, and then it would be bedtime.
Yeah, it forces you to bed.
yeah, and you get your cup of cocoa, and you get your slippers on, and you go off to bed, and then you'd snore, and half the game was just like
Maintaining
trying
the
not
level.
to snore and keep the wife awake. Yeah,
I
avoid
would
the
love
neighbours.
that game. I would love that game.
That's what we need, right? And then the other half of the game is trying to find your teeth in the morning. Why have I
Or your
put-
glasses that are up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, the whole game is blurry till you
I'm
find
not
your
that old.
specs.
Hold on, I'm not that old.
No, you're not that old. I'm telling you, that's a winner. That, my friends, would beat Hogwarts Legacy
It would.
any day of the week. And people will be queuing up to buy Old Man Sim. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to go and have a chat with somebody, get that sorted. What an amazing chat we have today. And there's so many and so varied and so beautiful that I can't single anybody out. But we do have Raven Anime. We got Reaver the Beaver. Now, Reaver did promise me, Ray,
Yes.
that because he changes his name every day.
Yes.
He's a man of multi-personalities, all right? And he promised me today he was going to change it to Ray's Praise, REA. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I thought the ultimate homage. Nothing, mate. Not a thing.
goodness.
I know, it's just, what do you do? What have you got to do to get these people to do what you command them to do? Because you can get them to do things. I can't get them to do anything. Look who's in the chat. It's none other than Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. Yes, it is. And he's a beautiful man. Oh, yes. And he's given us a thumbs up. Thank you, Ray. Always love a good thumbs up. Eddie is here. Look at that.
Yes. Hey, Eddie, how you doing?
He's just starting to cook his tea. See, all us
Yeah.
cool kids call it tea, Ray. Cool kids. It's a cool kids thing. You know, you guys call it dinner. And
Yeah.
like my kids call it dinner as well. But the cool kids, we
Yes.
call it tea. Tea.
SPG, how can we be with the cool kids?
You've got to just call it tea.
don't
That's all
know,
it is.
man.
Just call it tea. And don't drink it either. Use a knife and fork. Because
With your, is it hard to cut?
Yeah, with lumps. It's not like Darjeeling or Earl Grey. It's like solid food. You see, so he's cooking his tea, which for him, I reckon, because it's Eddie, it's going to be something traditional English like steak and kidney pudding.
Ooh.
Steak
Somebody
and kidney.
somebody was telling me about black pudding.
Yes. Now, see, this is the thing. Wilson took a picture.
Rock, behave yourself. Behave yourself, Rock.
You did it.
Rock, behave yourself.
I
Behave
no, I'm not saying nothing. Black pudding is
pudding is
actually
fish.
blood. It's bull's,
Yeah.
it's cow's blood, and they cook it.
fine.
You,
Blood
you
sauce.
Why
don't
would
want
you-
it.
Why would you associate that with pudding?
Well, no, it's not like a sweet pudding. A pudding can be savoury or sweet, Ray. And in this case, it's more like a sausage, but it's made out of, iron
so
based.
those black hockey pucks you saw on Wilson's plate, that was
Yeah.
sausage, Ray.
yeah, that was a
sausage.
if it
Yes.
was that shape, it was a Cumberland sausage, probably.
Well, it looked like somebody kept the biscuits in the oven too long. Like it was black.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it-
Was it black pudding that he had
Yes,
then?
yes, it
Right.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a delicacy up north. They have it with their breakfast. They cook breakfast. So they'll have an English. Have you ever had an English cooked breakfast?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
It's a thing of beauty, guys. It's a massive plate. I mean, to be fair, it's small compared to most American portions,
those are-
right? But it's huge for us. So you get like a fried egg, sunny side up.
Okay, I've
Some
had that.
Yep,
had
some
that.
small potatoes, like roasted, but tiny little small potatoes.
I've had that.
You've had that, right? And then a smorgasbord of meat. It could be sausage, it could be a little bit of beef in there, maybe some chicken, ham, Whatever you
All
like.
right, well,
You
you
can have
guys
that.
you guys got funny names, okay?
No, I
You,
know.
you have funny names.
But I'm
Okay.
getting to the black pudding though, Ray.
Yeah, please get to the
Because
black
that's the
pudding.
thing that comes on this. You see,
Okay.
you then have slices of
Okay.
what looks like someone's taken some burnt toast and cut it into little circles.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I've not tried it because I know what it's made of. You know, I mean, it's like you wouldn't want a prairie oyster, right? I wouldn't want this thing either. So that's what it is. And there's white pudding as well. White pudding, which I think
it's-
is just fat cooked.
Wow.
I don't know, mate. Look, you've got to bear in mind, we've been us poor Brits, you know, we've been like serfs, but not the kind that you find down at the beach. I'm talking about like the servant serfs of old, like when you've watched Game of Thrones and there's all the poor guys in the village and they've got nothing to eat because the lords and the ladies take all the decent grub. So we've ended up eating black and white pudding made out of the stuff that they've left behind. And we still consume it because we don't make any money in Britain. It's terrible, guys.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, if people go behind you and ring the bell, shame, shame, as you're walking away.
Every Saturday morning for me personally. I only go down to get a paper. Shame! Let's try to get a paper.
It's got to be part of Old Man Simulator.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. We got Dorrigan in the house. We got
What's up?
Drusilla Nelson. What an amazing... Vet's brought some amazing named people in with him.
Yes,
Drusilla, what a gorgeous name. Crystal, who became a member, thank you so much. Jay's come along as well. This is brilliant. Look at all these amazing folk. Ninja Guy's in the house, ladies and gents. Ninja is in the house. Reaver the Beaver, who forgot to change his name.
Rude Diggs called you out. We poor Brits. Rock says, how many poor Brits going out getting PlayStation VR?
Hey, to be fair,
But
you
this-
returned that for a
not
nice
all of us are
refund.
poor. Yeah, I did exactly. I got my money back, and I bought
which game-
the Switch and Animal Crossing and a load of stuff. It was like Christmas at Rock's house. Right, you monkeys, you. Shall we switch over to the news and see, what's been going on?
Exactly.
Because before Rudigs has a set to at me, because he does. He calls me out for my Destiny play and all sorts of stuff.
Yes, he does.
He does, Ray. You've seen him do it.
I've
He
seen-
doesn't take long, and he's on me. And like he's on me like a zombie. That's what he is. Let's get over to the news. I might have some. Hang on. Here, where's the news? There it is. Woohoo! Look at that. And now we're up in the corner. Hello. The only thing is, I haven't actually got my screen sorted, but I can do this in no time, guys. Just bear with me. Microsoft tab. Oh, yeah, here he is. By the way, happy April, guys.
Yeah, man.
Happy April.
Happy
Pinch
April.
punch and third or fourth of the month. Fourth of the month. There we are. Do you recognise this young fellow here?
That is
Yes,
lioness.
he's
It
Canadian.
is. Yes, he is.
Good Canadian.
Wasn't there a guy in Snoopy called Linus? Did he have
Yes.
He had a blanket
Yes,
or
yes,
something?
he had a
yes,
blanket,
yes, and he
yes.
played the piano. Yes, he did.
He was a good pianist.
You know, they all do their dances and stuff around the piano.
Yes, with their heads up like this.
Yeah.
Yes,
yep,
yes.
yep.
I never
You know, is
understood.
it
Like, why would they? What's up?
I had a little thing going on there. Anyway, young Linus did a video yesterday, literally about an hour and a half after I'd streamed. And in my stream, which I know, I'm sure you were there, guys, I talked about this new device from Asus, the Asus Ally, which I didn't realize Linus here, with the audio off, was one of only 2 people that's actually got to play with this thing.
Yes.
And it looks astounding. So it is, in essence, a Steam Deck. I don't want to say killer because I suspect they're kind of aiming it slightly up and above
Yes,
the
it's-
Steam Deck. What do you think, William?
Absolutely. Basically, what this device is a higher end Steam Deck. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I believe it's still using the RDNA 2, I believe, architecture. But what it does, though, is this. So it comes with 120 frames per second refresh rate screen, which is really cool. But it also has way more power than the Steam Deck does. So
Wow.
if you have a Steam Deck game, like the Steam Deck comes with a 60 hertz screen. This one comes with a 120. But most games you can play on the Steam Deck that you can get to play by tweaking settings and stuff. You'll get like 40 to 45 frames per second depending on the game.
Yeah.
Well, this will probably double that. So it'll really take advantage of that 120 hertz screen. And but the price tag is going to be. I know that it's not available right now for you to go price and go pre-order. I don't think yet, but
no, they don't. They haven't.
It's going to be twice as much as the Steam Deck.
I heard rumors. They said about 1,000 is what I
bet 12.
Seeing.
I bet 1,200.
I disagree. I think it's going to be surprisingly affordable.
Really?
I think. Well, I know everyone, and even young Linus here said, look, guys, as you just said, William, it's twice the spec, pretty much on all levels. And so you'd imagine twice the price, wouldn't you? But I think that there's a limit to what we in the business world call market elasticity. In other words, if you're going to double the price, you're going to halve the audience. And if you halve the audience, is that going to make it a viable product to build? So I think that what they're looking to do, I think they're going to come in marginally higher than the most expensive Steam Deck on the basis that you're then going to go, I don't know, they're so close in price. I want maybe just another $100 and I can have all of this additional stuff. Loss leader it and then make money on, because don't forget, the other thing with this is you can attach the RGB extension.
Yes.
The GPU extension, which allows you to play at 4K on a TV, I think.
Yeah, or external GPU can be connected to it as well. That's
that's what I meant.
So you could be playing it with like a 4090 graphics. But here's the thing. I think basically when it comes to something like this, most people don't have a Steam Deck and they don't understand that your whole game library isn't just going to transfer over and you're going to be playing it local on the go. You have to adjust some of these games. There's WinStar has the Deck Bros where they go in and they'll look at a game, they'll show you the best settings to use it to get the best refresh rate from it and the best performance from the game. What this device kind of does, I think what they're working towards, Rokk, is that all the hardware to play locally will be right in the machine. And where was I going with that?
But if you want to use it as a sort of a gaming PC, then you can bolt stuff onto it and essentially have
correct and not have to cut those corners or not have to adjust those settings. And most games will just work on it. At some point, we're going to get in the handheld space exactly what we have in the desktop space. It might take a little while to get there, but they're getting there.
Yeah, and I love that idea. So it's a hybrid. It's beyond a handheld, because I know you can plug a Steam Deck into a monitor, but the results aren't great, frankly, because it's like it struggles even at 1080. But if you can plug bits in, the only problem is I think your average kind of external GPU is a minimum of an additional $1,000.
Oh yeah.
So you're then into, if we are looking at $1,000, we're then looking at 2K for, I suppose, in essence, you've still got that thing. You can take it away. You can still play handheld stuff. And then you plug it into the dock back at home, into your TV, into your LG or your Samsung or whatever. And bingo, you've suddenly got a much better gaming rig than your Xbox or your PlayStation. And you can just add new bits in. So if you need to upgrade.
And then if you take this and you're not playing locally and you're playing cloud gaming, well, now you've just extended your battery life by 100% probably compared to playing locally.
It.
I mean, these devices are really, really neat. There's a bunch by AO or Ayo, however you say it, that are all competing with the Steam Deck in a way.
Yeah.
Some are more expensive, some are cheaper, some are going the cloud route where they don't need all the hardware built in. But the tech is absolutely fascinating, and the way they keep getting it smaller and getting more performance out of it is just...
That's exactly what I've been telling the wife. She's having none of it.
Oh,
mate.
no, you didn't. No, you did
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh my god!
Nobody likes tracking performance.
I still think it's going to be a little expensive, because if you look at their products and you look at some of their products are not cheap.
No.
So
no, that's a good shout. I mean, they do cheap stuff. But this is quality here. This is best
Yeah, I
of
mean,
breed.
it's the best RDNA2 shrunk down version of what they've got right now, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
I don't have the specs right in front of me, but it's very interesting tech. And AMD and NVIDIA, Intel, all of them are just doing amazing things.
I agree. So, guys, you going to be putting down the old pre-order?
No.
No. I can't anymore. I've now got my little Switch.
It's just...
I can't, I got my
you know,
hand held it out.
with the hardware I already own and with the cloud gaming tech where it's at, this is not needed almost. Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm gonna do?
Interesting.
Don't think I don't have my eyes on this. Is this something I will get later down the road? You better believe it, because you're gonna find its prices definitely
But
gonna come down.
I think what I'm getting at, though, is if you wait a little bit longer, you may have to not lose any performance going to a handheld, is what I'm saying. Like, they're getting
Yes.
so close
Yes.
that, like, within the next couple of generations of these devices, it's going to be just as good as a desktop gaming experience.
Yes.
It's really getting
That's the thing that I'm really excited about here, is that what you're actually buying is a hub, isn't it? And then you can bolt the keyboard and the mouse, the TV, the monitor, external GPU, potentially an external CPU, and you've then got a really decent home rig that you can just pull out from the dock and take away on vacation or business trips or train ride or whatever.
And then, just like shout out to Geek to Sneak. He says you got options. There's so many options.
Geek.
Maybe 120 hertz is not like, you don't care. You can deal with 60 hertz.
Well, and not only
Battery.
that, they may have different versions of this device. One may have less RAM. One might have a 60 hertz screen. I'm not sure.
See,
but
what I hate is
Steam Deck has options.
I drop the money on it, and then in a couple of weeks say, "Oh, guess what? We got something 265 hertz
Right,
or something."
right. That's
it's
exactly how it works, is it not?
And it's like, God dang it! I just saved and bought this, and they just came with something even better with more features. So
Yeah, and that's the way it works, isn't it? I'm saying. I mean, you're going to have, I don't know, by June, we may have heard about the new Apple VR, AR experience, and then you've got another $500, $600, $700, $800 that you've got to decide whether, and you know how they sell their stuff. You'd be watching it going,
I
oh,
do like the look.
Tim.
That does look great, though.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
it.
It is gorgeous.
I have to say that we all should be extremely thankful we live in a first world where we have these problems, where we go, man, do I get this device or do I get VR?
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to live in a world where all you get to eat is black pudding, mate.
That's true.
We're not first world over here. We're very third world now. We gave up first world so that we could be separate from the Europeans. Yeah.
Oh, that's why David will never get his third D. Okay, I get it now.
Exactly. So Ray's got his eye on it, and if the price is right and down the road he's watched it evolve and develop and it makes sense in your world, you'll be buying it. But William's like, nah.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
Well, you've got a massive 4090
I
and
do.
all sorts going on, haven't you?
I got a 4090 rig, and my TV has the gaming hub, the new Samsung TV, so I can get GFN at 4K 60, like with no hardware. Besides the TV, of course. But, it's great to have these options, man. And
Sure.
cloud isn't going anywhere, but what really excites me about cloud, like I said earlier, is just the fact that you don't have to pay and invest in the hardware. And I think that's so fantastic. I want to see more of it.
I have to say though, William, since my eyes were open to the quality of the Switch, which I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, that's why I bought it, because when I saw at Christmas what 1080 looks like if it's crisp and has a decent bit rate and the games are properly designed for it. And then I banged up a bit of Boostroid earlier and played some Hogwarts in 1080 on my Shield, but I had the whole AI thing going on with the Shield.
Yeah, the upscale.
Right, which isn't really, all it does is just makes it very contrasty. So it looks good from a distance. And I just thought to myself, I'm not being funny, but as long as you give me decent textures, I don't need 4K.
look at Nintendo. You know, you mentioned them specifically about the Switch, but what Nintendo does is they don't play the hardware game. Oh, I've got this, and you've got, you know, they don't play it. What they do is they strangle every bit of use case for whatever they're trying to do out of the system's hardware, and they're so good at it, and they have the IPs. I don't know. Nintendo is magical in that sense to me.
Yeah.
That they're able to do that because they don't compete hardware wise, but some of those games are just as gorgeous.
And I love the fact that as Linus talks with your voice over the top, William, I'm imagining that would be his voice, which is far nicer than his real voice.
No, wait. I mean, and look, wait. It's gonna boost the rate when they get their 4K. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something.
Yeah, but I was thinking about this earlier, Ray, and seriously, I was thinking to myself, it will be good, but only if the hardware is good enough that I can put stuff on high or ultra. Otherwise, it's just going to look like 4K low texture, which is like most of what Stadia pumped out.
True.
What I don't mind 1080 with ultra and all the ray and all the textures and stuff. I'd rather that, a high-end GPU at 1080p than a low-end GPU at 4K.
Well, Unreal 5 will get rid of some of that, Rokk, because when they really get in the swing of making games with it, you'll have movie studio assets in the game. Meaning the closer you get, the more better it looks, rather than you get close enough and it gets worse as you get close. You know.
Yeah. Well, at my age, mate, you know, I'm sat 4 feet back. It may as well be 4K. It may as well be 8K for what it matters.
Well, what's hilarious is that I was talking with Jeff, our lovely troll, and he's one of the oldest of us, and you know he goes 4K.
He's still younger than me.
Well, he goes 4K. He goes, you got to have good enough eyes to see 4K. And then I went to the eye doctor and found out I ain't seeing 4K.
Really?
There's no way I was seeing 4K.
Yeah. I mean, if you sat 2 feet from the monitor, then you're going to get the experience. But if you sat, I've been saying this for years, if you sat 8 feet from your TV, I mean, let's face it, most television that we watch, whether it's The Last of Us or whatever, we're watching it at 1080. You know, the most of the broadcast stuff isn't going out at 4K unless you're watching it on Netflix or Amazon. If you're watching it on a normal channel, it's 1080 and it looks absolutely fine. They call it HD and it works. It wasn't that long ago, and that was the only, that was new and shiny and amazing. And we were used to 620 or whatever it was. And
I survived the 90s format wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
sorry, Ray.
Oh no, like I said, man, I just remember back in the day arguing like, honey, the future is 720p. Come on, we got to get a 720p TV. We got to get what
you bet on the wrong horse, Ray.
I was like, well, that was no. That was a while back.
No. But see, what Geek is right. This is that for me. What Geek's saying here, that's the optimum for me. 1440 with ultra settings looks every bit as good as 4K when you're sat 5, 6 to 10 feet away from the screen. You don't need 4K. And who the hell needs 8K other than maybe Oliver the Eagle? One of friggin' Harry Potter's owl. He might want a bit of 8K, but the rest of us are happy with 2K. Huh. Even the coffee came back to agree. And Neil says, hello, Neil. How are you, my friend? Neil says he agrees with me here. Look, he plays GeForce Now Ultimate at 1080 and it's better. It's true. Even Ultimate at 1080 because of the textures, the ultra stuff. I've just come around to thinking this now. It's a thing.
Ray,
you know what I'm saying?
Ray, what do you think Rudigs is saying down there?
And, I need 8K 240 frames per second or else it's not next gen.
That's alternative quantum universe gen. That's what that is.
Exactly.
That's what. Guys, I've got some bad news for the next news. The next news is bad news. No. Wow, it's worse than that. I've got it on the wrong screen.
Yeah.
Hang on, here it comes. Hold on. E3. It's been cancelled. It's killed, it's gone, it's dead, it ain't coming back, it's over.
It's not surprising.
Cue Harry Nilsson. I can't live. No, I mean, that's sad though, isn't it? We've grown up on E3.
It is. It reminds me of Comic-Con.
It is, but you know what? These big companies now, they're all looking at each other like, it's on competition. Yeah,
Well, for E3 itself,
come on, can you imagine Xbox and Sony at E3? You know, they don't even
It's
want
not
to be in the
happening now,
same
is it?
building.
Well,
They
no.
don't even want to be in the same building
no, but
together.
back in the day, it was much like Comic-Con. All the big names, all the big IPs would all come out and show you what's coming, what to expect,
Yeah.
what to get excited for. That is a thing of the past now because of COVID. So I realize that all this is rolled online, for their own individual showcases and stuff, and it's less of a budget to put that content out there and all that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to E3, it is sad that it's going to go the way of the dodo and disappear. But at the same time, you can't expect E3, the organization or the people that back it and put it on, to throw something like that when no company's showing up. Like
No.
Sony said no, Xbox said no. Like, I mean, if they're not going to be there, why are you going to use all that, all that effort and get all that stuff together?
Shut up. E3 being gone isn't bad. I grew up on it, and it was never good.
What?
Durgan, I don't know what planet you came from, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What?
Before the
This is-
internet, all we had
is-
was E3.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
like,
man.
do you know the next thing is going to be dissing Sesame Street, guys? You can see it coming.
Damn
coming.
Big Bird.
Yeah.
God, I hate
Nothing wrong with
Bird.
Big Bird and Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
I remember Snuffleupagus. I grew up on him. No,
yeah.
it's sad. It's a thing of the past. I mean, I get it. It's a victim of where we are post-COVID. Nobody wants to go to events anyway. They're very happy watching this stuff on YouTube, aren't they? I don't even mind watching events a couple of hours after the event. Once they stream the darn thing, and you don't need to go. You don't need to pay $600 anymore to wander around a stadium. Get corns on your feet and
And
bunions.
much like the streaming world, how everybody wants their own streaming service. Well, everybody wants their own event that they can put together, control,
Yeah.
and distribute the way they want. I think that's
For sure, that is exactly how it works. So there'll be other stuff. Who
was the guy who used to roll up his sleeve? I think his name was Peter Jackson or something from Xbox, and he would show Halo. It wasn't tattooed, but it was
John
drawn
Scar?
on- No,
No.
Rock, stop it. And he would
I'm just
pull
saying.
up the Halo release date, and the crowd would go screaming wild.
Oh yeah.
He inked. No, I mean, it wasn't a tattoo then. It was
No,
just
he just
like a-
drew it on there.
yeah.
But he's like, all right, you guys
Sharpie.
ready for Halo? And he would roll up his
Oh
sleeve.
wow, Sharpie. See, the where am I? Hey, what? Gonna get? Why am I echoing? Where's that coming from?
Ooh, I don't know.
That's right, it's gone. That's the thing, guys. I mean, just rolling, because you raised the whole spectre of Microsoft there, Ray. And yet, still, nobody has released one of these PC Xbox games that was part of this 10-year deal. Do you think, as I suspect, that they ain't getting nothing till the deal's signed?
I would guess that. I would also guess
Yeah.
that 10 years is a long time. It might
Yeah.
take a whole year for them to actually get the ink and all the on the actual deals. Like they all shook hands, but nothing's final yet until, it gets pushed through.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah, well, I noticed GeForce Now were having a little poke at it the other day on Twitter, saying here's a list of all the games and there was nothing.
Well, Rokk, do you think they're going to put themselves in a position to make 5 or 6 10-year deals and then have the deal not go through? Because that's the only reason they did the deals to begin with.
So
So
Rudig says June, and
Rudig.
to be fair, that's what Boostroid have said. Boostroid have said June. Boostroid, of course, have got the easiest job because they've already got all these games. They have all of access to Steam as long as whatever game you choose to play is a large enough slice of hard disk that you can
Right.
install the game you want to play. They've got
Well,
everything there.
Cowboy is upset. He's like, you guys
What
are
we
seeing my
done?
comment. we're not seeing his comments. He's been complaining.
Oh, Amp,
Just so you know,
mate. Oh,
I
let's talk about Amp for a minute.
let's talk about Ant.
Let's smooth him down a bit. Did you see his new streaming room yesterday, Ray?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his oldest daughter moved out. And
I wondered if that's what it was.
And he's got his own streaming room, and I'm very very happy for him.
Yeah, he's got all his memorabilia around him about him. He's got his little Stadia controllers and his little Batman posters. Is that picture of him that I love? I want a copy of that one. And the one with the coloured background. I love that picture.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where he's all sweaty and bald-headed.
Yeah, no, that's in my private collection. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on the wall. That lives on. Lives in my back pocket. That one, mate.
Got it.
But he does have photos like that, Ray. I pulled up a GIF once, and I thought, that looks like Cowboy. And he had the hat and he was like all sweating and showing his biceps. And I said, hey, look, mate, this looks like you. He goes, no, that is me.
He for his age, he does work out.
He's a good-looking fella for his age.
If you see his karate kicks when he gets ready to do his kung fu,
I get a hernia watching him do his karate kicks.
Now you're talking.
Yes.
Wow, he's good. That was good. I tune in. I always tune in as to the early part of Ant's show, but then being the old fella that I am, by which point my cocoa is brewed. And don my slippers and head for bed at that point. Pull out a copy of Little Dorrit from Charles Dickens, or maybe Great Expectations. Put on a bit of Debussy.
Debussy. You be careful.
And then head for the land of Nod. Ant can't work out anymore because he's done his shoulder. Did you know about his shoulder?
Yes.
It's not quite as bad as Vet's broken limb, but there's lots of injuries in the creator community. It's a dangerous pastime. This
it is
in front of the old camera. You've got to be very very careful. Yeah. Anyway, Ant, was that enough for you, mate? Do you feel suitably loved now?
He is now the cowboy, the king of entertainment.
He is. He is the king.
He put some respect on his name.
Absolutely. Them fellas. Those fellas that got the oil, and then Saudi chaps down. But they're pumping money. They're not pumping oil out of the ground. They're pumping money into video games, boys.
It's not surprising.
38 billion.
They've pumped all kinds of money into the Hollywood industry, the movie making, and
did they?
Oh yeah, they have a lot of money, and they like to invest all over the place. Yeah, you'll be surprised in what they're actually what they have their fingers into.
This is all going to one company, William. This ain't going across the industry. This is going into one company, which interestingly was an esports company that want to move into doing game publishing based in Riyadh. And what's more, the CEO of that said company is called, let me find his name down here somewhere. I won't be able to find it now I've said that. There he is, Brian Ward. Now, if that doesn't sound like a Saudi name, I don't know what does. Young Brian Ward. So, and he wrote up, it does say down there, you're right, that they are looking to invest across all sorts of industries, and gaming's clearly a strong one for them. It's huge. We know it's a massive growth industry. It's already gigantic in comparison to the rest of entertainment. But one company, I think there's money to be had down there, Ray. I was thinking, what do you guys think about doing the Rokk Show from Riyadh? And we get investment. We get investment, and I don't mind. I mean, it's quite warm. We're not allowed to drink, Ray. That might be a problem. But other than that, you're all good. Money, mate. Rokk Show. What do you reckon? I don't mind. Could work.
Well, as badly as I want to get out of the snow.
Yeah, wow. Did you opt for, you were expecting 16 inches of snow today, weren't you?
Yeah, matter of fact, that's what they were calling for, 13 to 16 inches. And it's supposed to be spring. I don't know what North Dakota's doing, but it's not cooperating.
Well, I can guarantee you that there is no snow down Saudi Arabia way.
That's right.
Yeah, 38 bill. It's an esports business as was. Savvy Gaming Group. Does that ring a bell with you, William? The Savvy
No,
Gaming?
it
No,
doesn't.
it
And this is
didn't with me
starting to.
either.
I don't know. Like they also said, if this never produces a game, it might still serve its purpose. What? I don't understand. Like, what are
Yeah,
they
so
actually doing?
okay. So what they're saying is that they're trying to attract businesses to open up in their capital city of Riyadh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what they're thinking is, who can we appeal to? Startups and tech giants and the small Facebooks of tomorrow, who right now are like, we can't get any money in Silicon Valley because the bank's shut. We got nowhere to go. So they're saying, come and set up over here, guys. Look, we're really on it. We do games and stuff. I don't know what she's got to do. Trump's legal woes begin. I don't know what this is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Now there's a game and a half if ever you saw one. Let's hide him.
Ain't nobody winning. I
don't want to give Trump any more Trumpiness that he needs. So for them, 38 bill, it's a load of dosh for anybody, right? But it's all about looking as if they're, really up for high tech and everything. I'm surprised they're not going after the whole AI thing right now. That would be the place to be investing in, wouldn't it?
It would.
As it goes.
Yeah. I think that would probably be next after gaming.
Yeah, and tax, of course, as well. Great, massive tax benefits.
But they got a lot of rules. They got a lot of rules over there. They got a lot of rules. You got to be careful. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, but it could be a tax haven, though. It's basically what he's saying. You might not be able to drink alcohol, but you might be able to hide all your money there.
Yeah. Well, you guys know I don't drink anyway. It's not a problem for me.
Right.
I could quite happily live there. Although I don't know that I could with the heat. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, it would be incredible. I talked to
hard.
Joe, who's one of our communities and who was in the service and everything. And he was in Iraq. And he said that he stepped down off the plane onto the tarmac and he looked across and he said, "Oh, man, that jet engine's on and I can feel it." No. That's just the weather. It never got any better. It felt like a jet engine blowing on you or a blow dryer all day.
See, if you get straight off an air-conditioned plane and you haven't been in any way acclimatized for it, that's just like poof, straight in you, isn't it?
That actually happened to me in Mexico when I got off the plane in Mexico.
That was a burrito, mate. Who threw that?
And oh my God, you want to talk about heat? Ugh, that was extremely hot. Extremely hot.
I know. I can't be doing. I mean, I know. I live in the warmest part of England, but it's still freaking cold. Actually, today's not bad. What's it? 14 degrees European. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but that's okay. It's all right. It's quite nice, sunny. Next up on the news, ain't got many left. Not much more. Dungeons and Dragons. We get to it, Ray. Now you have seen this movie.
Yes, I did.
What did you think, brother?
Well, first of all, it was who's the guy from England, the actor?
Hugh Grant.
It was good to see him in the movie. I thought he was great.
You know he and I are twins, don't you? Did anyone tell you that Hugh and I? We don't look like each other, but we are actually brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
From completely different mothers.
Yeah, completely different.
Completely different mothers.
No,
Tell you what, Hugh Grant's looking a bit like Brad Pitt, stroke Chris Pine these days. Isn't
Let me tell you, I gave the movie a 7 out of 10. I actually enjoyed it. It was good. It's not
For a movie based on Dungeons and Dragons lore. That's really good actually.
Yeah.
Tell us what you thought. Why you gave it a 7, Ray?
Yeah.
Well, some of the characters in the game, Boulder Gate, which I played with you, William, was in the movie. And they mentioned
what characters? What are you talking about?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to spoil it.
I can't wait now. I got
I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay, go ahead.
Some of the monsters that we battled and some of the, the characters. I like how all the different characters were also in the game. But no, it's more of a comedy kind of action movie. And they got some cameos of some people that are going to be in there that's going to make the movie pretty funny. You're going to laugh your butt off. But Yeah,
I think it might cut deep.
Ah.
I think some of the references, some people that aren't familiar with D&D may not get. Some of the inside jokes you might not get. I can understand that. I can
and that's
understand
why I had to tell my wife. So I would whisper in my wife, and I would tell her, and she's like, "What's that creature? It's an owl bird." I mean, an owl bear.
Hang on, she didn't recognize an owl.
No, don't look like that.
What's that? That's an ostrich.
It's like, what the hell is that? It's an owl bear.
Owl bear.
Yeah.
Isn't that the name? Isn't that a French name for Albert? Owl bear.
No.
Hello, my name is Albert. Yeah, but I
owl
know
bear.
nothing about Dungeons. Are you saying because I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, I wouldn't enjoy the movie?
No, that's not what I mean. I think
enjoy
that Ray enjoyed the movie. Is probably like a average goer's experience. I think is about a 7 probably. What I mean is some of the words they use may cut deep, like a reference to actual like a D&D spell or stuff like that. You may not pick up on,
but you would if you knew, and so it's like a bit of an in-joke thing. Like if you went to see a Star Wars, you go, I know what he meant when he said that,
and it's a comedy in the sense of this. So if you're in a D&D campaign. And you and 4 other companions are at a shop. Well, 3 of you might be bartering with the shopkeep to try to get an item, while the 4th guy is stealing something and is about to get caught. And now you're all fighting. Like, strange things like that can happen because you're not in control of all the characters. So it's much like group mentality. What's going to happen? Anything can. So it should be fun.
I think I played somebody one time and they pickpocketed me and stole all my gold, stole my clothes.
What?
So
IRL or in the game?
in the D&D.
Oh.
Be careful.
You left poor Ray for dead. See, Cowboy saw it as well. What did you give it? What did you give it, Ant? How many out of 10 did you give it? He says the movie's made for everybody. You don't have to know.
And that's true.
Anything about D&D. Yeah, because I don't.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
How many out of 10, Ant, would you have given it? Was 7 a fair score? Would you have given it more, less? I've heard good things. I haven't heard anybody say any bad things about it.
If you did see an owl bear, you would turn to Ray and go, "What in the hell is that?" Like, because there's no reference for it,
Yeah,
I am the owl bear.
I'm Albert. He gave it an 8. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I imagine somebody who really likes D&D would probably give it a 9 or a 10. And that is very incredible for one of these types of movies. Not too long ago, they gave us a D&D movie that was very bad. Very bad.
Well, Bjorn's the only one I know that plays the heck out of those kinds of games. He spends 3 hours setting up the board, let alone playing the thing. Be interesting to see what he thinks. What is the rating? Crystal says, is it a 12 or 15?
PG-13, I think.
13?
I think that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
not one
There's
for the
no.
little folk.
There's not like it's not like violent.
No. But there's stuff that you would understand as an adult, but if you're younger, you might be confused into thinking that it's aggression or something.
Oh yeah, there's always that, even in kids shows and in movies and stuff. Yeah, to where it's enjoyable for a kid and enjoyable for an adult.
I talked about this earlier. Why does Disney insist on peril in its movies? As a kid, I didn't want peril. I wanted Happy Dumbo.
Okay,
I just go straight to Pinocchio being a boy. I don't want him to fall in with the donkey people and stuff.
I got a different question for you. Why are these corporations so intent on social engineering? That would be a bigger question.
Whoa, hang on.
Whoa.
That just went deep. I've just gone fully meta.
Yeah. Well, Crystal says I don't like foul language. Yeah, there's
absolutely.
Honestly, honestly, this is a good family movie.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of younger kids, younger than my son. And
but do you feel, Ray, that if you were younger than 13, you'd get the references predominantly, or is it just about the action and that would be the thing?
Everybody's gonna get a little bit of everything. If you know D&D, you're gonna get that. If you want to see action and suspense, you're gonna get that. In comedy, it's a mixture of a lot of stuff.
Oh, cool. But I've heard that kind of it's like Guardians of the Galaxy for Dungeons and Dragons. Would you say that was a fair?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
There you go. Yep.
Cool. Well,
Spot
I love
on.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Spot on. Spot on.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the one movie I'm really looking forward to. I watched last night with my youngest. We watched Murder Mystery 2 with the delightful Jennifer and the always hilarious Adam Sandler. That was okay, but the one movie I'm really looking forward to, I'm hoping we're going to get to see it tonight. The Whale. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that film.
With Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I mean, back
Won
in the
awards
day,
for it.
yeah, did well at the Oscars. I saw the trailer last year and I thought, oh, I've got to watch this. Just looks like the kind of role that an actor dies for, to really invest in and show his craft. So I'm really looking forward to that. Box of Kleenex at the ready.
Oh, yeah.
Always good to have a clean out now and again. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'll be watching that later. Hopefully, guys, I'll report back. I don't think that's definitely not for the younger folks.
No, I'll tell you,
it's heavy.
A very dark show that Sierra and I picked back up and started watching is Yellow Jackets.
Oh yeah, that is dark. I watched a few minutes of that with the wife, and she bailed.
Yeah, no, it's like Lord of the Flies. Like, it really is.
You know what? I ended up looking at Yellowstone. All right.
No, that's a different.
I love Yellowstone.
I'm looking at Yellowstone, and I'm like, what the world?
I've watched I've watched every episode of that now.
There's no soccer players. There's no eating people. What's happening?
Well, they've got horses. It's got horses. What more's to love?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. And then you got 1883, 1923. I love that series.
The show is called Yellow Jackets, and it's on Showtime. And it's on its second season, and there are like 2 episodes in.
Okay.
But I'm a little upset with the show, just a little bit. They're adding. I'm not saying too much or anything, but they're adding a supernatural element to the story, and I don't think it needed it. I think it was scary enough without it.
I'm sorry to hear that, my friend.
Yeah.
I'll call the director after, see if we can't get it turned around for episode 3.
Fix it, please.
Yeah. So they didn't have the whole supernatural thing in the first season. Then that was just more about humans and Lord of the Flies. And
I mean,
social nasties and things.
They hinted at it just ever so slightly, but it wasn't anything. And then they're circling back to it, and I'm like, I don't know. Like being trapped out in the woods, creating your own like civilization with the people that have survived the crash is scary enough. You know, when you're out there on your own. I don't think they needed it, but interesting show.
They did the same thing with. Do you remember they did the same thing with Lost?
Yeah,
so they kind of all of a sudden there's these weird stuff in the woods and things which you never really resolved. It never really got resolved, did it? You just knew that these guys sat down at the writing table and then just something bizarre jumped to the page and they went with it. Nobody knew where they were going to take it.
Right. Yeah,
and often they just dropped it.
It's so funny that they basically wanted a vacation and they had company money to spend, so they went and did it. They filmed this little thing and it became huge. They wanted to end it. They never wanted it to go 5 or 6 seasons. They always wanted it to be just a couple.
But it made so much money.
Yeah, the studio was like, you're not ending it. And that's kind of why it did like a circular storytelling a little bit, The guy,
the really good-looking fella, I've forgotten his name now. He was gorgeous. Was it not Jack? No, not Jack.
Sawyer.
Yeah, he turns up in Yellowstone.
Oh, nice.
He comes into Yellowstone towards, I think it's the last couple of seasons. He's kind of like a mega billionaire business dude. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but he's a great actor. He's a really good actor. I mean, he was just born with the looks to go with it. Yeah. Poor old David. Look at this. Apparently, David's saying, across the UK, Virgin Media. Now, we all know Virgin, but they also are one of the big broadband providers in the UK. You read 35,000 reports of dropping out. There's only 40,000 people in England, mate. So that's huge.
Everyone.
Yeah, it's almost all of us. Well, of course, young Richard lost a shed load of money over his satellite launch thing because the rocket blew up, I believe.
Oh, no. That's billions of dollars up
well,
in
he's
fire.
They filed for bankruptcy. Wow. I mean, not him personally. I mean, the satellite launching business. But nobody, I mean, let's face it, Xbox or whatever they call, they've got it sorted, haven't they?
You would be surprised, Rokk, if you wanted to get something into space and you owned the rocket. You'd be surprised how much of other people's stuff you'd have to put on that rocket to be able to afford to launch it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's so
Isn't
expensive.
it sad that we're still dependent on explosions to propel in? I mean, by now, I wanted us in gravity pulling UFOs and
Where
Bob
is-
Lazar technology and
Where's
stuff.
our electromagnetic gravitics?
Yeah.
Come on, where is
You know what? You beam gravity and it pulls you forward. We don't want none of this. That's 1940s technology. That's why they encouraged all the Germans over after the war. We'll forgive you. Come and work for us. We don't mind how many people you killed. Come on, build some rockets for us. Wowza. Reporting to you from my 3G phone internet. Yeah, we get rubbish we get, honestly, 4G and 5G are rubbish over here. You've probably picked up that most things are rubbish in England, Leicestershire. Guys, there was more news, but I can't be bothered with it, to be honest. I think that'll do us for today because people are going to start pairing off and they're going to get bored. They're going to want to go and have their tea and what have you. So I reckon what we should do now is we should move over to SPG's Pro Tips in a nice way. And there he is. Look at that.
All right, I'm going to share a window first. So let me
Okay.
know when you can see it there.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Red Dead Redemption 2, and it is a absolutely fantastic game.
Can I just qualify before we see this? There's no cussing in this, is there? Because you are famous for it, William. And I've got new members that get upset. And I don't want to be losing a new member on day one. You know what I'm saying?
I am a bit
G-rated, please.
I am a bit sweary, but not on this show. And on my streams I am as well. But that's okay. I'm on my best behavior here. And but this is Red Dead Redemption 2, and you can pick it up from CD Keys, and you can get it's like $11 or $12. You get 2 games in one. You get a whole online experience to grind, and then the main story is unforgettable, and it is a must to play through. It's a little slow in parts, but it's supposed to be. You're supposed to absorb the environment and really get into it. So if you pick this game up, you have to know a couple things. One thing is that the main game is absolutely intense and awesome, and so is online. But when you go online, you're playing with other people. So you've got PvE, PvP, and you've also got a lot of hackers. So this picture right here is of Jeff Soft Hands Janak, and this is his cowboy. But as you can see, Ray is right there in the front, and he has spiked the chili with some hot sauce. And Jeff just couldn't handle it. So he's trying to blow Ray a kiss, and he's going to light him on fire. But that is not in the game. That is not supposed to happen. Ray didn't do anything. A hacker added that to his character. Not one of our friends, not somebody who's playing with us. Like somebody who's in the background goes, I'm bored, let's mess with them. So sometimes it'll be you're blowing fire out of your face. Sometimes you're riding your horse and it's coming out the back end, like a rocket.
Wow.
I have spawned at my camp and I was a wagon. Like you could see my body and then I had a wagon around me. I was a wagon. It just blows your mind. At one point, I was.
How do they do this then? How can they hack the code in a cloud game?
Okay, so this is what's up. Rockstar does not do a good job of locking their games down. It uses, much like LimeWire used to do, and it's like P2P network. It's not locked down very well. So anyway, what you can do is you can get a trainer or you can get a mod tool. And you can spawn things into the game. You can change your character model. You can do all these things, including online. Now, Rockstar is supposed to... You're supposed to report these people because they ruin everybody's experience. So you're supposed to report them, and Rockstar is supposed to ban their account. They don't ban very many accounts. So everyone is running around and influencing your experience, at least in the online side. So there's a few things you can do to get around this. One of them is if you spawn into your... spawn in your camp and you're blowing fire out your face, or your horse won't come to you, or your horse does come, but every time you get on it, it throws you off. Like, these are things that hackers have done to the server. You can hit the start button, go to online, go to camp or go to free roam, and what it does is it reloads you into a new server. Now, most servers can hold like 24 to 26 people or something like that. Right. And you're bound to find a hacker in almost every one you go to. But some of them are hacking the game for their own experience, and other people are hacking the game to destroy yours. I would still recommend playing the game. You can get up to 8 people in a posse of all of your making. And you can run around and have a really, really, really good time. Okay, so you can cheat on PC. You can do certain things, but you cannot cheat on consoles or Stadia. That's why this is one of the first games.
I can't do anything on Stadia.
Well, not anymore. That's correct. But the reason I bought this on Stadia day one, as soon as they had it on Stadia, is because the servers are locked down. There's no way to get in there and to do a mod or a trainer or anything like that. And hackers can really make your life miserable. But if you keep jumping servers, you're bound to find one that's going to be adequate for you. As a matter of fact, I had a video to play, but this image is just fine. It displays the point. But Ray, myself, Jeff, and Bruce Campbell and Callie, we all were trying to do a bounty hunt. Well, right after the bounty hunt ended, we were near Blackwater. And me and Callie were trying to get a cougar to spawn, which is a legendary animal.
It's a slightly older woman, isn't it?
Yes.
From what I understand.
Not that time.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay.
This is an animal pelt. So you're supposed to shoot it, and then you can get an outfit from it. Well,
right.
We're riding around this area, and there was a hacker there, and he knew what we were doing. We were waiting for a legendary animal to spawn. Well, he was too. So instead of like seeing who's going to get it or fighting us for it, he's like, hey, we're going to just spawn legendary alligators on top of you. So they just kept spawning these alligators at us. And we killed a couple of them. We went back to camp, and whatever he did to our character, it kept happening at the camp, even though we fast traveled away from him. So, so what we ended up doing is we used it to our advantage. When you turn in legendary pelts to crypts for your trader role, it fills your meter really quickly. So we would kill it, skin it, turn it in, and then another one would spawn, and we just kept doing it over and over again. But it can be frustrating dealing with these hackers, and that's all I was going to just say is
you're just venting your spleen. But are they going to do anything to sort this out, or are they just not worried anymore?
They're done with this game, Rokk.
Yeah, right. Okay.
They're absolutely done. They have
so it literally is the Wild West.
Yes, it literally is.
Yeah.
Now they still care about GTA 5 because of shark cards. They gave you a currency in this game that you could buy with real money to spend, and they made a game so fun, people would rather grind the damn game than pay the money. Yeah. So they shot themselves in the foot in that aspect. So that's where we're at. The game is basically abandoned. It has it has, what do you call it? There's probably 1,000 hours of content between the main game and the online. Yeah. So you won't run out of stuff to do. I don't know. It's just incredible. Check out the game, and if you do happen to jump online and the hackers get out of hand, just go back to the main story because
it's such a shame. Because I I completed the main game and absolutely loved it, as most people did. I couldn't really get into the online. I did try. It wasn't a thing for me. Well, it's a shame they're abandoning it, though.
Well, there's nothing worse than trying to do an event and then you get somebody to come in there and mess you up. If you have a wagon with goods and you're trying to get it to a place, they can come in and just...
They don't even have to touch you.
They don't touch you.
Like, look. Me and Ray were going to do a delivery once, and I crossed a little stream, and as soon as my front tire hit the water, the wagon exploded. Like,
No.
water's not
Yeah.
explosive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
play that. That's not
No.
playable. What about local? Can you set up closed servers that are only you and friends can be within?
Now, it's interesting that you bring that up, Rock,
Yeah.
because there used to be a way to where you could get in a private server. Now, everybody has been asking Rockstar, "Hey, man, charge me $10 a month. I don't care.
Right.
Give me my own
Let me
server."
rent one. Yeah.
Yeah. They won't do it, but there was a glitch. I used this on Stadia myself, not to get away from hackers, but the game is RNG. So while you're riding around the map, the game is rolling dice in the background to figure out what to spawn near you for an activity. And if you're alone in a server, the game's like, "Hey, how about this? Oh, how about that? Oh, there's a wounded animal. Oh, a wagon's out of control." Like, it just keeps throwing stuff at you for stuff to do. Well, you could get into a private server by going to the poker table and inviting somebody to your private poker match, and you leave. And then while they're loading in, it kicks them to a private server, and then they can invite you, and you have a private server. But they keep patching that stuff out. They keep patching it out.
So why? It's just a shame, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to kill the game, kill the game. Don't let it kill itself.
Yes.
Yeah, no, nobody wants this as the last memory of the game. You want the stuff that's fun for you, don't you?
That's right. Now, there are other modes that you can get around all of this stuff altogether. There's a mode called Call to Arms. We really enjoy doing. That puts you in your own server for that mode. Another thing, any legendary hunt or legendary bounty hunt, all those take you into your own server as well. So there is ways around it and stuff to do, but you will find yourself aggravated logging in sometimes because you got to get away from these people to enjoy yourself.
Fair enough, my friend. Well, listen, condolences on the end of the game because you guys had so much fun in RDR2. I mean, it's been quite frustrating for you.
It is, man. We had a ball. It's so fun. So fun.
Their loss. Right. Well, thank you so much, as always, William. It was less a sort of pro tip as a pro off your chest, really.
That's right. A little bit.
That's fair enough. And Ray, just one question for you, my friend.
Yes.
Do you always play games in just your long johns? I mean, what's that all about? Why would you be coming to a grown man's game in your underwear?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I can see you in the picture there. Like, you just literally looks like you got your long johns.
I don't know what you are talking about.
You look like one of them mountain men that just come out there. Here's someone's had my donkey. Who the hell's been at my mule? Righty ho! Well, you know what's coming up. Let's do this. I am excited for this one. Let's do this. Yeah. Who have we got today, Ray?
We are praising the amazing, the wonderful, and one of our great rock supporters, Miss Phoenix.
Woohoo! Hang on a second. Let's give it one of these.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome, Ray's praise.
We wanted to praise Miss Phoenix for a couple of weeks. I actually wanted to do it last week, but
You did.
we didn't do the show, but we are definitely praising her today. Guys, go to her Twitch TV channel. It's Miss Phoenix. She has, what did she got? She got 135 followers.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow. I am following. You can also subscribe. I love her Disney Dreamlight Valley streams, and I definitely love her Hogwarts Legacy streams. They're amazing. She's also you want to just sit and chat. I've watched her chat with some of the people. She's very friendly. And Miss Phoenix, we are praising you today because you're also a huge rock supporter. We love you.
She absolutely is.
Thank you so much.
She's a lovely human being.
Yes.
We loved having her on Rock Players as well a couple of weeks back. I really do hope she comes back because we don't get enough ladies from the community into our shows, and it makes me upset, guys. You know, I'm a massive I've been a massive champion of girls in technology since many years. Been involved in many things, so for me it's brilliant to see people like Miss Phoenix, like Crystal, who's in today, that are really at the vanguard, that are doing amazing things in content creating and technology and keeping up with us blowhards.
Yes, right.
But she does streams brilliantly as well, and she's a genuinely lovely human being. And she got me some tickets to go and see the rugby a few weeks back as well.
Biased, are we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it was the company she works for, but she did put my name up. Bless
She's
her.
got the cutest ears too. If you ever heard the little the bows and the ears, and they're just just amazing.
Such a lovely
absolutely.
human. Such a lovely human with a bubbly personality. She takes the time to chat everyone that's in her stream, so it's just fantastic.
No, absolutely. And she genuinely does. From starting with my stream, I think she spotted on LinkedIn when I mentioned Bacalong. I've been doing it for 3 years. And now she's a regular on so many of our different creator in the community. Pops up on so many of the streams, and it's fantastic to see. She's been taken to the hearts of so many of us, and deservedly so as well. So as Ray says, get over to her Twitch channel and follow or subscribe, both preferably, because she absolutely deserves it. Ray, thank you so much, as always, my friend.
And once again, thank you, Miss Phoenix.
Yeah, so another round of applause. Woohoo! Raise praise. A lovely raise praise. Now, normally, we would be going over to young David, and I can take us over to Bear, just because I'm missing him. And there's a little bear the dog. But, as you saw, poor old David suffering from zero internet. He's having to use his phone, so we've got no David's diary today. We'd normally talk about games coming up, but there have been some games announced, Ray, haven't there? We've got some new Xbox games and PlayStation games, and I saw, for example, we've got with the PS Plus, you're going to get what's the little fella, Sackboy. We're going to get a Sackboy game, the latest Sackboy game, the little fella, and they're great games.
Yes, indeed. And let's see what else. Why can't I?
Well, no, it's all right, man. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but there's been a few. And, quite frankly, you've got to tune into Rock Players if you want to find out more. You don't have to depend on us, Ray. We've done our bit, mate. We've entertained. We've informed. We don't need it. There's not much more that we can give, to be fair. I think we should go back here and actually just sort of wind down a little bit. Chill out a little bit and say goodbye to each other in our usual cuddly way.
Yes.
In our huggy way. William, my friend, what can we look forward to from you in this coming week between now and next Tuesday?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be undergoing surgery here soon or eventually, so I'm trimming back some of the stuff I'm doing, but you can normally catch me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. CT. I stream all kinds of stuff, been playing Battlefield with Ray, all kinds of games, so stop in and hang out. Friday is going to be Among Us again, and we've had a lot of fun playing that. A lot of fun.
That's cool. You do you have a date yet for the op? Do you know when it's going to procedure?
No. Basically, what happened is I'm going to put this in a bad analogy. I'm going to give you cancer terms. I do not have cancer. Let me say that again. I don't.
No.
But it would be like if your family doctor said, hey, I'm going to send you have cancer, but don't worry, I'm going to send you to my cancer guy. And then you go to that guy and he goes, whoa, we're sending you to the Mayo Clinic. That's pretty much what happened to me, but with back surgery. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I don't know when, but it'll probably move quick.
Once you know, you'll be like out the door.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're not doing as much because you just not feeling it, my friend, or because you're trying to kind of wind the channel down a little bit in anticipation? Or
I have to wind it down a little
Yeah.
bit. I have good days and I have bad days. For those of you that don't know, basically my upper spine is like crushing my lower spine, so I can't stand very long and stuff like that. So
Crystal says she's going to keep you in prayer.
bless
Thank
you,
you,
Crystal.
Crystal, for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Crystal.
Because the thing that amazes me about this man is until you were 18 years old, you were literally bent double, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, the entirety of your youth, you literally were looking at the floor. And then when you were 18, they did an operation that enabled you to stand upright for the first time in your life, which I think is a massive thing. I mean, it's just amazing. And what's more amazing, and I don't mean to, I won't dwell on this, what's more amazing is how lovely and positive you are given what you actually have gone through in your life.
It's been a long road, man. A very, very, very long road. But you know, you guys don't know how much, you know, they have a thing called a flow state when you're playing a game. Well, when I'm bantering with you guys and having fun and laughing, or me and Ray are deep in a game and you get me up, SPG, I'm down. Like I get in a flow state and I don't feel my body. I don't know how much time is going by. Like,
Right.
so, you know, those experiences are priceless to me because I'm trapped in a body where I hurt. So it means a lot. So
Yeah, well, we're blessed to have you, my friend, particularly on this show. I love having you. You know that. You're a great friend, but also in the community as well. And you're much, much loved. And we're going to miss you for that time that you're away.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least we want your voice if we can have nothing else. So, bless you. Raymond!
Yes.
You're not going anywhere, mate, are you, for a little while?
No, I'm here. I did a April Fool's obituary, and actually some of my relatives thought it was real.
Yeah, it was just near the knuckle, brother. There were quite a few people that were deeply upset.
Yeah, my cousin was like, "Oh my God, you scared us," and then we went. That's April Fools, but I learned my lesson. I won't do a joke like that. But tonight on Ray 3473 Twitch TV, I will be playing the scary camp counselor game, The Quarry.
Oh, it's a good game.
Yeah, I love that game. I've already found a couple other monsters that are chasing counselors through the woods, so I will do that tonight. And I want to thank the chat's been awesome. SPG, you're my
Fantastic
brother.
chat.
I love you.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever need anything, you know where to find. You know you got people got your back, man.
Yeah, bless you,
We
dude.
love you. And yeah, that's about it.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to be doing some more Resident Evil 3 tomorrow. I'm just enjoying it. On the afternoon, I flick up my old Luna and a little bit of Resi and stream mixing the audio in from my phone or my Chromebook. It's great. It's just nice cash gaming. And I get a few little folk turn in as well, which is really sweet. Just a little chit chat. It's all good fun.
Yeah.
Of course, tomorrow, where are we? Wednesday. Tomorrow is back for Rock Around the Clock, same time as this show. As is the case, especially for you lovely new people that joined today, I stream every day. So Mondays, every day the same time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, midday Eastern, and 5 p.m. BST, British summertime. So tomorrow, Rock Around the Clock. Thursday, of course, not only Rock Around the Clock, but Rock Players. Gents, are you guys free Thursday to join us on Rock Players?
I am.
Could I beg of your amazing presence?
Sure.
Because you are superstars, and we always get a huge turnout when I tell people that you're in.
Hold on. Are you inviting Anthony the Cowboy?
Well, he just turns up anyway. I don't invite
Okay,
him.
I'm playing. I love you, Anthony.
He just turns up.
I'll be there.
Vet turns up very often as well.
I get scared when he's driving. He should not ever
I know.
do a show
He does
while
keep
you're
the. He
driving.
does. Yeah, I know. You know what? It's in this country. It's illegal. I don't know what about in the States.
It's illegal in this country.
You
Is
know,
it?
hey,
Oh.
it always reminds me of a horror movie. I'm waiting for the car to come through the other
Yeah.
side.
I mean, as much as banter as me, I do love Cowboy. I would, God forbid, hate to
He
see
loves
him
you
in
more.
in an accident
Yeah.
while doing
Well,
the show.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We put Rock Players back an hour so that it was easier for people like yourselves and for Ant to join us after work. I say us, as you know, I'm only in it once, twice a month. But for some reason, he's still driving. I think he literally just goes around the block. I doubt he's even... Do you notice you only ever see his hat and the top of the car? I don't think he's moving. I think he's just pretending. He's just doing this. It's like, cool dude in the car.
Probably not even a real car. His feet are pedaling.
Yeah. Like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
He's got, wait a minute, what's those battery-powered cars? You know, my son,
Oh, like the little Fisher-Price things for a 4-year-old.
I got one. I got one in the garage, man.
Yeah,
You'd have to put those on his shoes, Ray. That's the way to go.
Bless him. So we got that on Thursday. Friday, of course, is Team Rokk members every day. And again, for you new guys, you may not know this.
Martinez and his beautiful son.
Saturday, Ray, that one.
Yes.
That one comes up on Saturday. So we do family fun time on Saturday with Martinez, Josiah and Hezekiah when they play outright games. That's a brilliant show. That one's on 9 p.m. my time. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern, I think. And then every day, except for today, there's a prize for Team Rokk members in the draw. And on Fridays, we open that out so that subscribers can also win. Just have to be in the chat. Last week, we gave away a copy of Disney Dreamlight Valley, guys. Actually, do you know what was lovely about that, Ray? A fella won it called... what was his name now?
I know. I was there.
Joey
I
Essex. Joey Essex. He messaged me after, Ray. It was so sweet. He said, my entire family watched the show. And then when I won, it was like, yay! And he couldn't wait to play it with the kids. I thought, how fantastic was that? That's absolutely superb. So that's coming up. Amazing. And we'll have a bit of that. Wednesday, it is game time. Thank you, Crystal. See, Crystal's a new member. She's already checked out the spec. Thank you. Yes, Wednesdays is gameplay, although hasn't worked out so well the last couple of Wednesdays, but I do promise to try and get a game to work. But I'll be on doing Resident Evil and stuff anyway, but it is a bit sweary, and I don't swear. Guys, I never swear, do I? Not on the channel. I'm family all the way down the road, but sometimes the games.
I swore one time, and he said, bad Ray behind the scenes.
Bad Ray. Guys, let's get out of here, because we've got lives to lead, and these lovely folk have got their lives to lead. Thank you very, very much for tuning in, of course. Morning, afternoon, dinner time, whatever time of the day. We will be back next Tuesday. I hope, William, you're with us as well, my friend.
Is that a heart?
That works for me, my friend.
I think it's a gang sign. You're just
it's
doing
a heart. It's a heart with a roof, which is a nice thing. It's a nice thing to have a heart with a roof. Guys, let's get the heck out of here. Say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.